Welcome, everyone. Let's turn to page 10 in the Sidurim. We get started with Yedid Nefesh. Page 10. Yedid Nefesh Av Harachaman Meshoch Avdach El Retzonach Yarutz Avdach Kemo Ayal Yishtachaveh El Mul Hadarach Yeravlo Yedidutach Mino Fetzuf Vechol Ta'am Adorna Eziv Haolam Nafshi Cholat Ahavatach Ana Elna Refana La Beharot La Noam Zivach As Titchazek Vetitrapei Vehaitalach Shivchat Olam Yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai lai yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai lai yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai lai yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai 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 yalalai lai 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 lai. Welcome, everyone. It's good to be here together with you to begin Shabbat together, our first kind of regular Shabbat since the high holidays ended. We get into the swing of the year and begin the new month of Cheshvan as well tonight and tomorrow. We also get to celebrate the bat mitzvah of Madeline Finley, who's going to be called to the Torah for the first time tomorrow and who will be leading us in Kabbalat Shabbat tonight. So Madeline, I'm going to ask you and your parents, Karen and Hank, to come on up to the bima and help us welcome in Shabbat with the lighting of candles. Please rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat. Amen. Now we can say Shabbat Shalom. May be seated. Madeline, you're going to stay up here with me. Madeline leads us in Kabbalat Shabbat, the introductory psalms and prayers of the Sabbath. We turn in the Sidor Lev Shalem to page 11. Let us go and sing to God. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, we greet God as we raise our voices in song. Page 11, L'chuner Anana.
Lehune ranina, lehune ranina, lehune ranina, ladonai. Lehune ranina, lehune ranina, lehune ranina, ladonai. Naria, Naria, Letzor Yishinu Nekamafana Betoda. Naria, Naria, Letzor Yishinu Beats me, wrote Naria lo. Lehuniranina, 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 Ladonai. Lehuniranina, 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 Ladonai.
The heavens shall be glad and the earth rejoice, the sea and its fullness roar, the meadows and all that grow in them exult. Even the trees of the forest shall sing praise to God. Page 14, the red arrow, Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'tagil ha'eretz. Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam umlo. Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam umlo. Yismechu hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim. V'tagil ha'eretz.
We turn to page 20, the final 3 lines of the page at the red arrow, Romemu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtahavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtahavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtahavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtahavu lahar kodsho.
We turn to page 23. The mystics and the Hasidim imagined Shabbat in many different ways. They tried to picture this space of time that we enter into. And one of their metaphors for Shabbat was as the most beautiful guest you could imagine, it coming in as a kala, as a bride enters on her wedding day. And they imagined this scene, the words of Lecha Dodi. Come, my beloved, to welcome the bride. Let us greet Shabbat as she arrives. Page 23. Madeline leads us in the first 2 stanzas of Lecha Dodi, and then we jump to the end, Boi v'Shalom, and when we reach that last stanza, the tradition is to stand in our places and to face the door, symbolically welcoming in the day of rest. Page 23, Lecha Dodi.
Laha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabala. Laha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabala. Shamor v'zahor b'dibor ehad hishmianu el hameyuhad Adonai ehad u'shemo ehad. Shem oti feret felita la 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 hadodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabala. La hadodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabala. Likrat Shabbat lehu v'nelha ki hi makor habaraha mirosh mikadem nesuha sof masabi mashiva tehi la 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 hadodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabala. La hadodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabala. Boi v'Shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha otola, toch emune am segula. Bawikala, la 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 ha do di li kraka la pane Shabbat ni kabbalah. La ha do di li kraka la pane Shabbat ni kabbalah.
Be seated. Madeline, great job leading us in Kabbalah Shabbat. You can join your parents. Let's turn to page 28. The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of God, they flourish in our God's courtyards. The red arrow, Tzaddik Katamar. Tzaddik Katamar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yizkeh shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Elohinu yafrichu od yenuvun beseva teshenim verananim yiu lehagid ki ashar Adonai tzuri velo avlatabo. Page 29. Adonai malach keut lavesh anesrati konte babaltimo nachon kiskame asolatas nerot. Eidotecha nemnu meod leveitcha nava kodesh. Eidotecha nemnu meod leveitcha nava kodesh. Adonai leorech yamim. Each Shabbat in our homes, it's traditional to share the words of the priestly blessing, the words of Yivarechecha with our children. Since our earliest generations of Jewish people, since the time of Jacob blessing his grandchildren, so forth, since the time of the priests, we have shared these words of blessing. At Temple Israel on Friday night, we share them with each other. So I ask everyone to please rise. If you're so inclined, put your arms around the person next to you, and we join together the words of Yivarechecha. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha ken yehi ratzon. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka ken yehi ratzon. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la. Yisa וישם לך שלום, כן יהי רצון. יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה. May be seated. We include as part of our service a prayer for healing as we think of the people in our lives who are in need of physical and spiritual well-being. If you'd like to include someone in the prayer for healing, I'm going to invite you to rise in your place and to share the name or names of people you are praying for when I come to you.
Benjamin Shmuel Ben Yehudit.
V'et kol hacholim, we think of all those who are ill. Madeline will lead us in the Mishaberach prayer for healing.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mikor Haveraha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu Ivotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you, Madeline. Great job. Turn to page 30 for the Mourner's Kaddish. I invite those in mourning or marking a yortzeit to rise and join me in the words of the Kaddish, page 30. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen, yehi shemei rabbah mevorach leolam u'lomeo maya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha brichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata tamiran v'alma v'yimru amen yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May be seated. Good Shabbos, everyone. So a week ago today, we celebrated Simchat Torah, the holiday celebrating the end of the Torah reading and the beginning again of a cycle of telling our oldest stories. And last Shabbat after Simchat Torah, we read Parshat Breshit, the very first stories in Jewish tradition, the oldest stories in the world, the story of God creating the world and of the first generations of humanity. Tomorrow morning, when we take out the Torah, we're going to read another one of those famous early stories in Jewish tradition, the story of Noah and the flood and the ark. It takes place 10 generations after the creation of the world. And God has sent people out into the world, tasked them with living in the world, with leading the world, with guiding it, with caring for the world. But 10 generations in, God sees that things aren't going the way that God expects, and God is disappointed, upset. And God is still learning how to react to these people that God has created, not really knowing that we are flawed, we're imperfect, we make mistakes. And God in the Torah has a bit of a temper. And God decides to wipe out all of humanity and to start again from scratch with one person, one man and his family. And so he tells Noah to build an ark, a gigantic boat, in Hebrew a teva, and to take on the ark 2 of every animal, maybe 7, depending on which verses you're looking at, 2 of every animal in the world, to take his family on the ark, to board the ark, to seal it up, and to stay on the ark for 40 days of rain and a year of floating on the water, as the rest of the world is washed away. And when the floodwaters finally recede, Noah and his family leave the ark and they see a new world, a world with nothing left from before, and they are tasked with starting over again and rebuilding humanity. So we think of ourselves, or we think of the entire world as descending from Noah and his sons. The math doesn't really work so well, but that's Jewish tradition. Math does not always work so well. But thinking about the ark, in Jewish tradition and in the Noah story, the ark is a symbol of safety, that Noah lives in a very dangerous world, a world that according to the Torah is filled with, in Hebrew, Hamas, lawlessness, injustice. And Noah needs a safe place to go. So he takes his family onto the ark and stays there until the danger has passed. But you can't stay in the ark forever. You can't stay secluded in this space forever. Eventually, they have to leave the ark and work on rebuilding. But in order to have the strength to rebuild the world, to come through this major tragedy, they needed that time, they needed that safe place that they could go to, where they could just step back from the world, step out of the world, and prepare themselves for what was coming. And I think that when we all go through difficult times, when we all go through challenging times, we could use an ark. We could use our own teva that we step into, where we take a step back from whatever situation we're in and go to a place where we feel comfortable, where we feel safe. Sometimes that's a physical place. But again, quoting the Hasidic rabbis, specifically a rabbi named Rabbi Yehuda Leib Alter, known as the Gerer Rebbe, who wrote a book called the Sfat Emet, the language of truth. And he imagines the ark, or an ark for us, not as a physical place, but as a space in time. And he says that Shabbat, the Sabbath that we observe every week, is a form of ark for us. Because he writes in his book, and the holy Shabbat is like Noah's ark, for on the weekly days everyone is taken up with the matters of this world, and on the holy Shabbat there is a space for the children of Israel to flee and to rest, to find refuge, and to sit in the shadow under the wings of the Shekhinah, the divine presence. This is the spreading of the Sukkot Shalom, the Sukkah of peace. In the Sfat Emet, Rabbi Yehuda Leib Alter describes this time that we have each and every week as an ark in time, a break from everything that we do during the week. And if you're a traditional Jew, you think of Shabbat in terms of restrictions often. You think in terms of the things that you don't do on this day. Or perhaps you might think of the things that make it special, the festive meals together with family, enjoying time to sit in shul and relax and study and pray and sing, things that I enjoy doing. I certainly hope you do. And taking a break from everything else that bothers us during the week. And we need that. Each of us needs to be able to step back, to find that moment of peace, of relaxation away from the worries of the world. Shabbat is designed by the rabbis to be that teva, to be that ark, because we don't always have a physical place that we can step into. But one of the most beautiful parts of Judaism is that we're a religion based more around time than on place. The idea that if we set aside a time as an ark, as a teva, we can take advantage of that time every week to reset, to recharge, and to refresh, and to get ready to go back in to face the world of the coming week. Shabbat Shalom. We turn to page 39, and please rise for the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. You may be seated. Blessed are you, Lord our God, creator of the universe, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from before the light. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai tzevaot shemo, El chai v'kayam. Tamidim lo chaleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari varavim. Page 40, Ahavat olam b'Yisrael chavta, Torah mitzvot mishpatim. Ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu, ubahem nehege yomam halayla v'yavatecha. Al tasir mimenu leolamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, V'chol levavcha, uv'chol nafshecha, uv'chol me'odecha, v'hayu hadevarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shiftecha bevetecha, uv'lechtecha v'aderech, uv'shachpecha uv'kumecha, u'kshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha. Continue on page 42. Adonai Elohechem emet, v'amanah kol zovekem aleinu, ki anu Eloheinu. Hamavir banav ben Gizrei Yamsuf, v'rodfeihem v'yatzoneihem bitomot tiba, v'ra'u banav gevurato, shibechu v'hodu lishmo, u'malchuto beratzon, kibelu aleihem Moshe u'bnei Yisrael lecha anu shira, v'simcha rabah, V'yameru chulam. Then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang this song to you, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, page 44. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot, osef eleh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot, osef eleh. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, Bokei ayam lifnei Moshe, Zeh anu ve'amru Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot, osef eleh. Kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot, osef eleh. V'ne'emar ki fadar Adonai et Yaakov, u'gyalo miyad chazak mimenu, baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. Allow us, God, to sleep peacefully and awaken us again to life. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow, and remove the evil forces that surround us. Blessed are you who spreads a canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Page 45, Hashkivenu. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom, leshalom, leshalom. V'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim, lechaim. Leshalom, leshalom, leshalom. Uferos aleinu sukat shelomecha. Leshalom, leshalom, leshalom. V'taknenu b'etzah tova milfanecha. Leshalom, leshalom, leshalom. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. V'tzel kenafecha tastirenu, ki el shomrenu umatzilenu ata, ki el melech chanun v'rachum ata. Ushmor tzeteinu v'oenu lechayim u'shalom me'ata v'yad olam. Uferos aleinu sukat shelomecha, baruch atah Adonai. Hapores sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Page 46, please rise. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, וילמד דברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי יומיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמא ויאמרו Amen. We spend the next few moments in silent prayer with the words of the Amidah, beginning on page 47. We include the special prayers for Rosh Chodesh, the new month. May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to us, to all of Israel and all who dwell on earth. And let us say, Amen. We conclude the Amidah with the words of Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, Amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Turn to page 54 for Kaddish Shalem. Yitkara v'yitkara Shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad ivra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon mechon v'chaycho beit Yisrael, v'agalav izman kari v'yimmeru, amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam olam me'omaya, yitbarach, v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yidroman v'yitnaseh, v'yidadar v'yileh v'yidalash me'rekudesha, Brichu le'lam in kol barchata v'shirata, tushbekata v'nechemata, tamiran b'yama v'yimmeru, amen. Titkabal sloton v'oton l'chol Yisrael, kadam avondi v'shmaya v'yimmeru, amen. Yehi shlam arba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimmeru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimmeru, amen. Page 55, please rise for the Kiddush. We'll be led tonight by Madeline Finley and Graham. Would you join me up on the bima? Any kids here?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushani b'mitzvotav b'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kosho b'ava uvratzon hihilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh v'reshid, ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh, zeher liziat mitzrayim, ki vanu v'harta ve'otanu tidashta mikol hamim. V'shabbat kodecha v'haval ratzon hinhaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen. Yasher koach l'chaim. Continue page 56 with Aleinu. Good job. Aleinu leshabeach ladona kol rest. Bereshit shelo asanu ki goyei aratzot velo samanu ki mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem vegoralinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu Noteh Shamayim V'Yoser Haaretz U'Moshav Yekaro. Good job. V'Shchina Tuzo V'Gavei Meromim Hu Eloheinu Ein Od Emet Malkin, you're good. Efesulato, yeah, leave it there. Kakatu betorato viatata yom vahashevota elevavecha ki Adonai hua Elohim bashamayim imal vial haaretz mitachat einod. Okay, nekam lechalira meir. Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. May be seated. Turn to page 58 for the Mourner's Kaddish. This week we mark the yortzites of Angel Louis Fragoso, Dora Wiener, Felice Gentis, Harry Finkelstein, Isaac Helbein, Sally Wasserman, Sidney Guzner, Meir Ben Yaakov Levy, Nathan Silver, Rita Bach, Sylvia Speisman, Danielle Rosenzweig Ray, Francis Fries, Hyman S. English Posner, Simon Green, Sraya Hubara, Annette Seitlin, Debbie Maslov, Edith Weber, Elliot Sanderson, Evelyn Cohen, Haskell Human, Julia Sundheimer, Larry Rockman, Rada Iris Gerber, Rebecca Kaplan, Samuel Strauss, Sarah Cohen, Sarah Rosenthal. Arthur Reichard, Ben Jaffa Sr., Florence Bedrick, Michael Fisher, Paula Holstein, Randy Cinco, Ruth Wallens, Louis Farber, Ada Harris Levy, Isaac Reutman, Marilyn Cinco Farwell, Maurice Rogovin, Minnie Mazursky, Pesla Fuchs, Samuel Newman, Alvin Miller, Benjamin Gitlin, Clara Goldstein, Chania Candless, Jean Fogel, Marilyn Swimmer, Max Hoffman, Morris Isakoff, Rebecca Roth, Rivka Hubara, Sena Gitta Harris, Aaron Gleiberman, Brian Binder, Isaac Berkman, Joyce Haber, Leo Grosswald, Leonard Maddens, Louis Barman, Morris Mandel, and Stella Shapiro. We also extend condolences to families in the midst of Shloshim, the 30 days following the passing of a loved one, to Julie Bradlow on the passing of her mother, Frida Bradlow, to Marshall Oron on the passing of his brother, Phil Oron, and to Tammy Cohen on the passing of her mother, Rosemary Zolman. Page 58, invite those in mourning or marking a yortzeit to rise and join me in the Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'yalma divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael v'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimru amen Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam u'lameo maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudsha, b'richu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush v'chata v'nechemata, damiran v'yalma v'yimru, amen, yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru, amen, oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol Yoshvei Tevel v'imru. Amen. May be seated. Representing the Temple Israel Board of Trustees, I call on Tom Bach. Either one works.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Mazel Tov, Madeline. Very well done tonight. And Mazel Tov to the family, friends. Looking forward to hearing tomorrow. Great job today. To our first couple of thank yous to Rabbi Wolk for holding down the fort this week with Karen Terlisic being away for a well-deserved break. Thank you to all of those who attended the various Sukkot celebrations. We're very excited to see so much joy in our wonderfully decorated Sukkah. And to our award-winning men's club for putting it up and taking it down and building camaraderie while doing so. A couple of quick announcements. Rosh Chodesh kickoff will be in person tomorrow after Kiddush at approximately 1 p.m. in the TI boardroom. Bring your Israel travel memories or travel bucket list. And don't contact anybody for information.
It's too late for that. Come tomorrow.
Shabbat.
It's Shabbat.
The Temple Israel annual fundraiser invites are out. Please join us on December 15th at 6:15 p.m. The theme this year is Together We Rise. We will have meaningful performances by our cantor Shira Lissick and special guest cantor Magda Fishman. We will also have hors d'oeuvres and a paddle raise. And in recognition of their long time of dedication to Temple Israel, we will present this year's Shofar Award to Lynn and Maury Sheffer. There are also exciting events held by Still, Woti, and Empty Nesters later in November. For details after Shabbat, please check your weekly email from Temple and our website. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Tom. Said tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., Shabbat and Rosh Chodesh services, and we celebrate the Bat Mitzvah of Madeline Finley. Tomorrow is also our first Shabbat Yeladim, our new junior congregation meeting in the Mindy Ellen Levine Chapel. And as Tom shared, Woti's Rosh Chodesh gathering at 1 o'clock after Kiddush tomorrow in the conference room. Let's turn back to page 5, and we conclude with the words of Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeidchem Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shabbat Shalom.